WAOH is brought to you in part by Jumpstart Video, online at jumpstartvideo.com.
Today I get to talk with Brandy Gleason. She is an author, she's a blogger, she runs the Ohio Road Trip Group. You just do a little bit of everything. And just the travel queen. How are you today, Brandy?
Yeah, thank you. I've been all over the state this past week. We were talking about that, from Cleveland to Cincinnati to Akron.
I know. I think I'm going to give you that new title, though, of Travel Queen. Do you like it?
I love it. I love it. I'll take it.
The Travel Queen of Ohio.
I love it.
So you've been a little bit of everywhere. And so we decided we wanted to do this segment on spring break because, believe it or not, it's coming up very fast, and people are starting to make plans for it. And so let's start by talking about places that people could go right here in Ohio over spring break, whether it's like a staycation type of a day if they live nearby, or maybe a little bit of travel.
All right. Well, thank you. That is such a great idea. So for myself, I've been thinking about what would I do if I wanted to stay in Ohio. So the first thing that came to mind for me was our Ohio State Park lodges. Each and every one of them has indoor pools. Many of them have hot tubs, game rooms, so many things for the kids to do. You can go for a hike in the woods, and then you can explore around the neighboring cities. There's so many different places. And if I had to pick one, I would tell you probably try out Hocking Hills. It's our newest state park lodge.
Okay.
And it has an indoor and outdoor hot tub.
And that's really nearby to us, which is wonderful. And I feel like the state park lodges, that's just not something we think of automatically. So I appreciate you bringing our attention to that. What are some other things that people could do maybe from there? Maybe they want to go stay there, do a little bit of that outdoorsy stuff. And then what other things would you recommend if they're going to
they're at Hocking Hills?
keep going? Let's say they're at Hocking Hills.
Okay. So I was just at America 250 Ohio's launch for their Creativity Trail.
Okay.
And the Creativity Trail is 109 locations about the arts, authors, all different things that have come from Ohio since our inception as a state and as a country. And I found Gay Fab Studios. They are a glass studio in Lancaster. They are reproducing these really great Art Deco style glasses.
Okay.
They'll give the kids a tour. There's Mosser Glass as well that's not super far away, where you can watch them making glass still today. So it's kind of neat. Logan has a kids museum for younger children. I stopped in one time and did a little tour. It made me kind of sad I didn't have little kids anymore because it was so much fun. My 16-year-old at the time said, this would be a great place to spend a rainy afternoon.
Yes, I love those kids' museums. We actually try to find them when we're road tripping as well, and there's some really fun ones out there. And actually, Akron, right here, I would be, remiss not to mention that we have a great kids museum right here.
Absolutely.
In Akron as well. So, all right. So, love the state park idea. Let's give us some more Ohio spring break ideas.
Okay, so each downtown has plenty of things to do. So Toledo, Cleveland, Columbus. So there's children's museums like COSI. So you can take your family to a downtown. There is all kinds of really neat family-friendly restaurants, lots of things that are walkable. So if you want to park your car, you can Uber or you can walk to wherever you want to go. I would say another great one is the Grand Resort, which is in Warren, Ohio.
Okay.
Have you heard of the Grand Resort?
Only from you.
Okay.
So tell us about it.
It's it has indoor pools, and during spring breaks, things like that, they have movies at poolside for the kids, plenty of things for mom and dad to do after they go to bed, and just a great facility. They have indoor like pickleball courts, tennis courts, game rooms. It is really amazing. And I think I did mention last time I was here with you that Pastimes Arcade is not too far from that Grand Resort for $20 a person, all day play. I mean, you can't beat that.
That sounds amazing. I was actually telling my husband about Pastimes Arcade recently, and he said, we have got to make a trip there. He loves those kind of retro video game type of places.
Let me add one more thing. Across the street from the Grand Resort is the Medici Museum. They just got an installation of sci-fi things from movies.
Okay.
And it's a free museum.
What? What? That is
Yeah.
so fun. Okay. And we love free, of course.
Always.
Especially people with parents who are paying for, numerous goods.
Absolutely.
So how fun is that? You can go see things from sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
It's called the Medici
Yeah,
Museum.
Medici,
Very
right
fun.
across the street.
Okay, so let's do one place. I know this is probably going to be really hard.
Okay.
But if you could pick one place to road trip over spring break, and it doesn't have to be in Ohio, from Ohio,
Ooh.
to somewhere outside of Ohio within a reasonable amount of time.
Okay.
Let's choose one and go for it.
All right.
It's one of your favorites.
Absolutely has to be Gulf Shores in Orange Beach, Alabama.
Okay.
It is the most pristine white sandy beaches you will ever go out onto. When you walk, it kind of squeaks, that kind of thing. There's Sandcastle University there where you can have somebody come and teach your family how to build sandcastles. It is so much fun. We are
amazing.
going in a few days to Gulf Shores, Alabama, and that's an activity that I've booked for my daughter. She's 17, but she's still looking forward to doing it. There's so much to do there. There's family-friendly restaurants. The wharf is there. There's a year-round Ferris wheel. You can go on dolphin cruises, and everything is really economical in Gulf Shores, Alabama. So for me, when I plan a trip, I had 8 kids.
Okay.
So I was always thinking, what is going to
save money?
Yes, how can I stretch this and still have an amazing vacation? Gulf Shores over spring break is absolutely amazing. Turquoise Place and Beach Club Resort, they have great rates up until summer starts. So that's where I always stay.
That's wonderful. And so I would assume, since you're taking your family, is there going to be information on one of your websites or on the Ohio Road Trip page?
Yeah, so on Gleason Family Adventure, I will be sharing a lot while I am down there.
Wonderful.
Just because I'm always finding new things. And so I will definitely be sharing. And in Ohio Road Trips, right now, you can actually take a vote so it's a fan guide, and so they're voting on the things that they think we should do as a family. So you can vote. You can actually choose your own adventure for Brandy.
Choose your own adventure. That was one of my favorite books.
Me too.
Growing up, I love that. I was just showing it to my kids. We were actually on a day trip in Pittsburgh, and they had a whole setup in one of the stores of Choose Your Own Adventure, and I was explaining that to them, which is fun. So we get to choose Brandy's next family adventure.
Yeah.
And that'll help other people who might be watching to choose their next adventure, which I know is part of why you do what you do.
I do. It's absolutely amazing. Can I add one more out-of-state destination?
You add one more. Yeah,
okay.
Of course.
Another really economical, and it's only 6.5 to 8 hours, depending where you're at in the state, is Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Okay.
You can take the family and rent a cabin with an indoor hot tub. Lots of places have buy 2 nights, get 2 nights free during weekdays. So it's really reasonable to go down there.
That sounds really fun. And I want you to do, I actually am going to have you do one more. I want you to pick your favorite Ohio city to take the family to, because I want people to be able to kind of lean into maybe going to one city if they don't want to do the state park type of thing.
Okay.
So what do you think?
Well, I'm a Central Ohio girl.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to say Columbus. Columbus, Ohio. Columbus has the COSI Museum.
Right.
They have the Veterans Museum, which is right next door. You can actually then go to the Columbus Zoo. So if you can stay in Dublin, Ohio, or Marysville, Ohio, the cost is a lot less. They have indoor pools, great hotels, wonderful restaurants. Dublin has Bridge Park.
Yes.
There's a Short North style market there. So if you don't want to sit down in a restaurant with the kids, and everybody can choose what they want. You don't want the fight over what are you going to eat? What are you going to pick?
Exactly.
They can choose pizza, or mom and dad can have lobster. So everybody can have what they want.
That's perfect. Okay, because we love all our Ohio cities, of course, like
Absolutely.
you mentioned. But I think it's good to kind of, hone in and say, okay, if you really just need to make a decision, we're going to go with Columbus, Ohio, and take that for spring break. So that's fun. Well, thank you, Brandy. I'm excited for you guys to be able to go on your trip here to Alabama. How fun. And I love how you brought up a place that most people wouldn't think of going.
Right?
Beautiful white beaches down there. That sounds amazing.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for being here with me. Share on our way out, share how people can find you.
Oh, yes. You can find me at Gleason Family Adventure on Instagram, Facebook. You can also find just Brandy Gleason as an author on Facebook. And Ohio Road Trips. If you're not a member of Ohio Road Trips Facebook group, we'd love for you to join. Share your stories, because actually organic stories, true adventures from other people that inspires not just me, but everybody else.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. You appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for watching. We had a great morning. Make sure you stay tuned. We've got more great stuff coming up next.